respect from the boys. We don't wanna fall in love by the force, so I just get the little re-drilling with the boys, yeah.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Seahawks are #1 in third down percentage, and they'll be up against the Niners team looking to shut that down.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. First carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. The man in motion left here, Johnson. On second down, Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Johnson, the man in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go!
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Kaiser. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The tight end changing his position. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is knocked down from the side at the 24-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it with Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Kaiser now on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
319.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First and 10, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A nice gain at 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play clock winding down. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
With a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Terry out there to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Devin Funches, 81 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. 2nd down, Kaiser. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Kaiser. He's going to let this one go. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Oh, shifty.
Whoa. I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The quarterback gets to him and drops him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Looking middle, and that's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Kaiser on first down. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And they will line up now for the two-point try. To throw is Kaiser. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now it's Rodgers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
26. 319.
On the give, it's Perkins. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Little motion now from the tight end. Perkins on third down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now Kaiser. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Ohio.
Play action now. Kaiser. Flush to his right. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They come out here in the eye. Now receiver in motion left. And the play clock's running down. And that'll set them back 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Johnson goes in motion left. Following the penalty, it's Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
This is taken near the 3rd. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time running out here on the play clock. Williams will try again. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Kaiser now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 10-yard line. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Ohio. Let's go.
Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. The Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
In motion, the tight end. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Returnable for Lockett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, Kaiser. Escaping, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman. So
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eli Harold in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
On play action, Kaiser flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come on, let's go. Right to the end. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Play fake. Kaiser. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt.
Here we go. Ohio.
He's back to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. It's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the 49ers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road